Hi everyone, this is Nikki, wrapping up day 2 at SMR Congress here in Nice. And now I'm here with the infamous Jordan Casey, who just gave a really great keynote speech for all of us. And so now I'm going to go ahead and ask a couple of questions. The first thing that came up for me was you designed a couple of different things. So you did like some games, and then you did the teaching thing. And you've also done, launches in New York, and you've had a bunch of different experiences. So of everything you've done so far, what's kind of been your favorite?
Yeah, I've got a lot of like different experiences from it. But my favorite would be when I went to New York.
Mhm.
So I was invited by Apple to like launch the app in one of their stores. So it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Got to meet like a lot of people who work at Apple, and like I got to be like treated really well there, and I got to visit like a few tech offices in New York as well. So I really like New York.
Yeah. Was that your first time going to New York?
Yeah, it was.
Have you been back since?
Not yet. I'd like to sometime though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I think that probably makes people really interested in you is because you're so young and you
Yeah.
do these business type things. So what do you think it is? Because you said in your presentation, you said, well, I do kind of already consider myself a business person. So what do you think it even means to be a business person or a businessman?
Just to like run a business really, like and go to like at conferences and like network with people and just like getting a business from like an idea to an actual like finished product.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So I also noticed that most of the stuff that you've created so far, if not all of it, has been stuff that you have kind of, thought up all by yourself or
Yeah.
in whatever capacity. Would you ever create an app that someone specifically asks you to create, or are you mostly interested in doing things you think of on your own?
Well, I'd ask my like friends for like advice on what to build. Like sometimes it's just with I have an idea for a game and like how would they like want it to be shaped. But then others I just ask them for like a plain out idea. Haven't made a game that they've just like given plain out yet, but like my friends are always like giving me ideas like you should make a game like this, like that. So yeah, I'd like to do it in the future.
Yeah. I know that gamification is really popular in market research. So would you ever make a market research related app?
Uh, I don't know much about market research really. Like my market research would sort of be like just talking to my friends. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I probably like would consider if I found out like more about what it is.
Yeah. Technically, you already do market research,
Yeah.
actually, because you get feedback from
Yeah.
teachers and you get feedback from stuff, so you're on the right track.
Yeah.
My next question is, where do some of your ideas come from? Because it seems like you've had a couple of things that have varied, and I know one of them was you created a game based off of another game you used to like.
Yeah.
So what kind of sparks ideas for you?
I just like to make games that like I would like play myself, and then like again my friends give me like a lot of advice. And I kind of look at the app store sometimes and see like what kind of games people are playing. So like whether it's like puzzle games or like those sort of like Facebook games like Farmville and things like that. Those kind of games. So I just kind of like just come up with what people are playing, and then with the teacher app, I sort of wanted to solve a problem using applications.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite type of game that you like making more than others?
I like to make like puzzle games a lot and like platform games, but like yeah, those are my favorite ones to make. And they're sort of like the only games I have made so far.
Hmm. What about console type stuff? Do you play console games, or are you into any of that? And does it influence all the other stuff you do?
Yeah, I do play my console games a lot. Like I play a lot of like the football games on my
Mhm.
Xbox, but I've sort of experimented with making games for them, but like me like sort of on my own in my room would be like difficult to make like big like blockbuster games like Call
Sure.
of Duty and things like that. But like in the future, like if I'm still doing games, I'd definitely like to expand them like, with a team.
Hmm.
So yeah, I like to do that.
Somebody asked a really similar question to this actually during your presentation, but um, you know, myself actually, I just started working for my own company at the beginning of this year, so I had always had a boss before that, and it was not intentional that I started working for myself. And there's been a lot of talk in the market research industry about how we all kind of need to be entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
and even if you work for a larger company, but
Yeah.
a lot of us are already entrepreneurs. But for me, it was a really scary thing to say, okay, I'm going to start a business. So,
Yeah.
what would you say to someone who's thinking about starting a business and they're not sure?
Tell them to like, roll with it. Like you're gonna like have ups and downs, but like it all kind of turns out good after like a while. And like it takes like I think like there's a quote from a guy in there. He said like it takes 7 years to become an overnight success. So like
Mhm.
I've had tons of failures while I was like working up to it. And then when I get like one good thing, like it has like more failures before I get the next thing, good
Mhm.
thing. So like I just like experiment a lot until I have like the right app. So just like experiment a lot, and like failures are like learning points as well. So yeah.
That's great. And then one last quick thing, what have you thought of Nice and all of this?
I love Nice. It's really really cool, and
Yeah.
it's really hot as well. And the conference has been really cool as well. Like I've gone around to a few of the booths and like played on like the Wheel of Fortune and like the claw games. So those were fun. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out for the next few days.
Great,
Like,
excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.